welcome back to Two-Way Wolf. So as you guys know, if you've been watching some of the videos, one of the additions that we did is the CF Moto Ibex 800. And we're going to be adding some parts to that. So yeah, so stick around and I'll show you what's going on. So the first thing I did, so on the tail board, if that's what you want to call it, the back rack, so on the Ibex it has this plastic thing, so I took the plastic thing off. The box that I ordered comes with this quick release plate. Now I just used the same two screws that held that down there and there. And then it came with these funny looking bracket things and some extra screws. So I put that on there and this thing is solid. And then it has a quick release type of strap thing there. So that worked out pretty good. The box I got it off of, I think AliExpress, but it was only like 80 bucks and it is a heavy duty box. So that plate mounts onto the bottom of the plate there. And it's kind of hard to see, but anyways, it's got some rubbers on it and you just kind of line them up, kind of slide it forward. And I've only had it off the once or twice, but you have to make sure that the rubbers are in place, which looks like I missed again. But anyway, so you kind of got the concept. So it has the four rubbers that slide onto the plate and then you lock it. So, and it's kind of nice. This one says Grunt. Got a couple things in there. Some people said that they like to put a cable onto here because these are like plastic type hinges. They seem heavy duty, but could put a tie on the side so that way it doesn't do it. But it's padded. Yes, and it really did smell. I don't know if it's formaldehyde or what the heck they use on it, or maybe the adhesive, but it really did smell. I just left the lid partially open for a couple of days and didn't smell that bad. And yeah, it's padded, it's big. This one does not fit my helmet because I have the GoPro attachment on the front of the helmet, so it doesn't fit. And then it's got this little anchor down thing. It's got a couple of pockets. So it's kind of a nice trunk. I went ahead and put the reflective stripes on there that it came with, and yeah, it's going to work. But I did get the Tusk side boxes in. So here's the Tusk side boxes that I got. These were sent by Rocky Mountain ATV and Motorcycle, I think it's called. And real nice people. They came in. Yeah, these are heavy duty. I did get the medium size V2 as they call it, I guess, but I got the medium size because the other ones are wider and you know, these are going to stick out enough. And I don't lane split and stuff, but I don't know. I just didn't want wide ones on there. So it's just going to have the, you know, the tent and sleeping mattress and stuff. The other one's going to hold cooking stuff. And then the trunk's going to hold the rest of it. So ain't that big of a deal. But let's talk about the racks. Now the racks that come on, the pannier racks that come on the Ibex fit the Ibex stuff. Now there's a little bit of a issue with using CF Moto's bags and trunk. It's ridiculous. It's like $1,700, $1,600 for their bags and trunk. And then it has the quick release. Oh my goodness. I would be more worried about somebody stealing the luggage than I would be about what's inside of it. It is totally insane. So it's like, okay, I'm going to get a nice box, which I can get an aftermarket one, which I did, if that's what you want to call it, and save some money. Came with the rack, bolted on, no problems. Now Tusk makes their own pannier racks, so you have to buy theirs if you want to put their quick release on there. I don't want to do that either, because the whole idea of saving money, I don't want to be into my I don't want to be, you know, $900 into my luggage, $1,000 into my luggage. I don't want to do that. That's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm gonna make the Tusk luggage fit onto these racks. Now the Tusk boxes are pretty cool. So when you get it, it doesn't have the hardware. It does have these on it, which help tie down stuff. And I was gonna get, they do make a handle that goes on here. So if you wanna, you know, you can carry it around and grab the lid. Kind of a cool idea, but I think I'm gonna have my sleeping bag here or something. But it does come with all the keys are key alike, so that's kind of nice. It does come with 2 latches. Is kind of interesting. So it does have a cable setup. So if you plan this right, you can open up the lid and have the cable on there. I'm gonna have the lid opening facing towards oncoming wind, so if I forget, it'll help hold it down. But you can also take off this other one, which is kind of cool, and then remove the lid altogether. But if you got the cable on there, it's just a push quick release cable deal, but that way you can take the lid off altogether. So I thought it was kind of cool if you leave this back one hooked up. If you leave this back one hooked up, it kind of acts as a hinge. So I thought that would be kind of cool, and it's pretty good size, so I'm happy with it. So what we got to do is I'll do a makeshift thing. I need something to hold it in place so I can figure out where I'm putting on the brackets that I'm going to be fabricating. Okay, got it sitting on a bench. So if you look at it, it's kind of a wide butt, but I didn't want the boxes being further out in the handlebars. This one is almost even, and of course the passenger side, because they had to kick out a little bit more because of the exhaust. So this one will be the even or a tad past the handlebars, but I'll have to make a little bracket for that. So the way that they're put on, so if you buy the quick release racks, there's these prongs that go over down here, and then a quick release is built into here, or an aftermarket type one. The CF Moto has this quick release hook thingy right here. I'm going to try to incorporate that. If I can't, then I'm just going to take it off because of bolts on the inside. But so I got an idea for the 2 hooks and a way to have a semi quick release, but a way that I can unscrew it and take these off if I need to. After picking out where the holes I wanted, I'm going to put the expander nut in there. And then I'm going to put a washer, I don't know if you can see that, I'm going to put a washer on the inside. How am I going to hold it at the same time? Put a washer at the same time. I'll expand that nut in there, so that way I'm going to have 2 down here for my hooks, and then I'm going to have 1 up higher for my spin-on nut to hold the box on. Sort of my quick release. Don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but we're going to give it a shot. So I don't think I've ever seen one of these done in person. So that thread's in there like that. Okay. Make sure the washer's all the way back. And that, oh, you missed the washer. Okay, washer ain't gonna help. Okay. I was thinking the washer would help, but it doesn't expand as far as I thought. Okay, it is what it is. Okay, so what am I doing about hooks? So I got some 3/4 inch EMT conduit clamps because that's roughly the size that'll fit over it. And what I did is I flattened it out into a hook, if you can see that. And I put a rubber coating on there, which I did one, but I'll do the other ones later. So that way it'll fit over the bar. Now, the ideal would be a aluminum Z-bar. So that way you can bolt it on there and the entire bar would fit over the pannier tubing. But I couldn't find one locally. I would have to order it. So for right now, I'm just going to do these hooks. And yeah, so I'll bolt these on. Okay, let's put the hooks on here. Okay, so the hooks fit over that bar. Now on the passenger side, I know that there's a space because this pannier tilts back. So I'm going to make a, what do they call? I'm going to make an adapter. Is that the right word? I'm going to make a spacer that's going to go between my quick nut, all thread, to another nut, expanding nut, and then that way I can tighten it in the back and that'll hold it over. So, and then those brackets down below, I can adjust those a little bit by making them tighter. So that would be kind of cool. So that way there would be no rattling. But I think once this pulls over, I don't think they're really going to rattle that much, but I'll be able to figure that out. All right, first test. So what I did is I bought the all thread, and then I bought one of those, I don't know, quick nuts, I guess you call it, going in here. So I just got to put a spacer in here so it has something to push against. And it's fairly tight, but this will have to have a spacer so that way it keeps it tight, because obviously you don't want the box to lift up. You don't want the box lifting up and popping off. So I got to get this spacer on here. So I just took a piece of conduit, made a spacer in there. And so what I did is, these are one of those pipe clamps with rubber on it. This one is for 3/4, I think for 3/4. So I went ahead and put that on there, and it's tight. It can jiggle, so I'll have to adjust those bottom ones. So I think I'm on my way. Let me point this out. Do not do this. Do not do this, because if it falls off or you get in an accident or whatever, don't blame me. This is the way I'm doing it, because I cannot I cannot spend the extra $400 to get some quick release plates and stuff, because I'm not taking mine off right away. I mean, all the time anyways. So I'm going to be out camping and doing stuff like that. If I need to take it off, now I have a way to take it off. Does it take me an extra 60 seconds? Yes. But for 60 seconds every once in a while that I take it off, if I want to save $500, yeah, that's what I'm doing. And yes, boys and girls, make sure you wear gloves. So anyways, I got to get this cleaned up, but, so let me show you real quick before I clean myself up. So this is what the other side looks like. I'm not going to need a spacer, and that's on there really good. And yeah, I think that's going to work good. So all I got to do is work on the bottom brackets to get the play out so it sits down snug. So far so good. Okay, after some negotiating with the bottom clamps, getting those adjusted right, I did put some like electrical tape because I was scratching my bar up a little bit, and then tighten my quick release. So that stuff is already in there because you got to put the clamps on. So that's on both ends. So I added basically the same size. Ooh, I do see a burr. Let's get that out of there. So anyways, I added these two, and then this one it's up here, which I can actually cut that down a little bit, but I'm going to leave it like that for now. So I don't think I'm going to have any extra snagging going on. I can put the rubber caps over it, but it's not clanking and it doesn't feel like it wants to go anywhere. So I'll get the lids on, and then I got to work out some negotiation with the one on the other side. Okay, got this side done, and it's pretty solid. It's not too bad. This side, I went ahead and put that on there. I think I'm going to change this over to like 3/8 tubing. I don't know. I like the size though. It looks pretty good. I can paint it silver and make it match. And that's on there. The only thing I would have to worry about is if it does hop up, I think. I don't know, because if I pull on hard enough, I can get it to hop up a little bit. So, but anyways, I'm going to try to incorporate, I think I mentioned earlier, this latch, and then I'll put a latch right here, and that would keep it from bouncing up or moving around or whatever, because it might get a little bumpy out there. So let's talk about the luggage, talk about the saddlebags. So CF Moto makes, the bags. You can get the whole kit, and I think it's like, God, $1,700, I think. To me, that's just outrageous. So what do I have into this? So I bought the trunk, and I think that was like $115, and I think I got it on, I think I got it on Amazon. I think it was like $120. Let's just say $120. And then I got the Tusk boxes, and those were $270. So that's what, $350. And then miscellaneous hardware. Now the spacers, I think it was $4 on the little clamp things that I've been up. I already had the little spacer bar thing. Oh, and the little clamps, the quick release clamps, the spin on knob things, I think they were $4 a piece. So less than $400, I got a complete luggage set. And I'm not going to feel terrible if somebody steals it. Well, you shouldn't, but whatever. At $400, I mean, if somebody said, hey, I'll pay you $1,000 if you just put our stuff on there. And it's just like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. So I got a decent trunk. I got 2 saddle boxes, whatever you want to call them, pannier boxes. I got some extra stuffed little things here and there on the bike. So that way, if I get, in a narrow trail and there's a lot of branches and stuff like that, I'm not going to feel too bad. Did see somebody that put on, it's called Bark Buster handguards, and the set that he had was pretty cool. I did like that. Now they're kind of spendy for just handguards, but CF Moto, the Ibex just comes with like plastic ones. They may be okay for light brush, but if you kind of get into some heavier branches, not a big deal. I do like the Bark Busters. They're a little spendy. I think they were $130, but it's got the aluminum reinforced type of handguards, kind of nice. Oh, and the other thing is that, so the double vision mirrors, I think they're kind of spendy too, but those are kind of cool. So if you fall over, which if you're having a, adventure bike, you will fall over at some point. Those mirrors will at least fold in. They're not going to break off the aluminum rod or whatever these things are made out of. Yeah, so I think I will invest in those because at some point I will fall over. Yeah, I don't know. So as far as the luggage goes, I feel very comfortable spending God, less than that. If I'm in it for $400 and they're like, about like $1,700 or something like that. I mean, I saved $1,300. So yeah, it's an easy choice for me. So I'm kind of excited. There's a couple little things. Oh, so like I was talking about the mirrors, the double vision mirrors or whatever they're called. Kind of nice. I think I will get those. I don't think. Oh, and I want to get the bar that goes above the monitor too, so you can put your cell phone up there, because I want to do that. I still got to get an intercom. so that way I can talk on the phone as well, and change some camera stuff. So there is some other stuff still on the list, but this is the first thing that I had to do. So anyway, so I got that stuff done, and hope, you know, throughout the winter's coming, the trees are changing color. So anyways, all right, we'll just leave it at that. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for the Two-Way Wolf channel. Thank you so much. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. Just takes you an extra second or two. Become a subscriber to Two-Way Wolf, and we'll try to get the Eva truck out a little bit more, and we'll try to get the truck, get the bike up and running. Haven't officially named the bike yet. I keep calling it a she. So I was gonna call him Benny, but I won't get into that. Anyways, so I'll have to think about that. Anyways, so I'll leave you guys alone. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Two-Way Wolf.